coffee.
Stop. I didn't record yet. Okay, go.
So, putting it into Starbucks coffee is a little form of activism of like an alternative to coffee, of drinking your piss, because it boosts your immunity. It's full of antioxidants, just as coffee is. Like, not saying that coffee is any bad, because it has a lot of medicinal properties actually in it.
So
apart from popular belief where coffee is bad.
So piss actually has antioxidants. Is it antioxidant rich?
And like probiotics has like an immunity for me, in my experience, how I see it.
Oh no, I mean the claim that it has antioxidants is actually more than just a claim of personal experience. You're saying materially that it has antioxidants in it.
It hydrates me. I think that's like.
Oh, okay. So
like
it's liquid and you drink it.
Mhm.
I see.
Yeah, and good salt too.
That must have tasted really bad the first time you tried it.
It tasted I try to take away words like bad and then just leave it as it is.
Don't you agree though? You have feelings, right? I mean,
yes.
there's feelings that are positive and negative, or feelings that make you feel good and feel bad. Do you ever get depressed?
There's different energies, and they're all different. It's like just a variety. And so I try not to think about like who I hate, why
do you call them energies? I don't understand.
Because it's like just taking away the names that people have labeled on things, erasing that, and then trying to see, well, what is there left. And so when I'm talking about energy is I'm trying to erase all these different names of objects and things like that. And so instead of thinking of your life...
So you don't actually mean that it's anything like what anyone else would call energy. In other words, it doesn't have to do with electricity or force of any kind. You're just using this as a word to, say, disarm the language and remove the label. Is that what I'm getting? Is that what you're getting at?
But at the same time, it is what you said before.
You actually mean that there's something about feelings that has to do with
learning about like acupuncture,
energies,
and acupressure, and the sensation, along with like what is it? The thought, the belief of something, the placebo effect, and also hearing of, instead of thinking, getting based on like these, like that you're in this vessel of this body, trying to take away that and just be, I guess, more connected to what there is.
And then, like, but back to my question though, how does this relate to calling a feeling energy?
Instead of thinking about like if it's good or bad.
So in other words, calling it energy is removing the label, and you don't actually mean to imply that the feelings are kind of like magnetism or force or electricity in that sense of the word energy.
But at the same time, it is that.
So I mean, can you?
I was about to say something because I've more recently read something about psychiatry, psychology, that there is no actual cure. They do nothing to fix anything. So when you think in terms of depression and certain things like that, I could perceive that makes some sense to me, that a person would want to look deeper into that. Since a lot of these titles and labels that they have put on certain things automatically label something as good or bad, or categorize things as good or bad. I could see your perception of it, of trying to look at it from a fresh perspective. or from a more unfiltered perspective.
That is,
Go
I
back
mean,
before,
a positive thing, sure.
Because if you think about it, I'm sure that people labeling so many feelings as depression, if you go back 500 years, did we do that?
Well, we didn't have so many. We didn't have the what is it, the DSM and all the ways of categorizing it, and a lot of those definitions are really arbitrary. If you ever read the book, there are some psychology is known as a soft science. It's very malleable and subjective.
Very new, also.
Right. And there's no definitive proof that any of it even works. They mostly give out drugs.
I mean, there's a lot of cases,
That's all they do, if I'm correct. They only prescribe drugs.
At least the theories that go behind it, like I mean, behavioralism is very rigorous and scientific, and there's been things that they can show with tests when behavioralism. There's also this cognitive behavioral therapy which seeks to